got Adrian Yanez versus Gustavo Lopez, man. And I want to really sit here and I want to talk about this one, AJ, because I think that this is, for some people, they probably see it really one-sided. For me, I can see how it can be one-sided, but I can also see how this could be a fight of the night. This could be an absolute war. So first off, whoever you're going for, just give me kind of the argument as to why you think that they can have the upper hand in this contest.
Well, it's hard because I agree with you. This one's a toss up. There's a lot of actually really good fights like this that are toss ups on this card, man. But I'm going Yanez, all right, and I like him because his striking is smooth, and what I like about him most in his striking is he has little to no windup. He fires straight from the pocket, just straight from literally exactly like how you want it, man. Perfect striking and very, very crisp and a very wide and powerful stance. So he comes to bang. He's a very promising prospect with a bunch of first-round finishes. So this is really a perfect chance for him to actually show against a hell of an opponent in Gustavo Lopez, man. He's nothing to shucks at because he's I'll let you. I don't know who you got going, and that's why I'm going for Yanez. He's a hell of a striker, very crisp, very technically strong, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Who you got?
Well, I'm going to go for Lopez in this one, but don't get me wrong. I sat here and I watched all of Yanez's fights damn near, and I was like, dude, this dude's a killer, man. This dude is absolutely UFC ready. But the dude he's fighting, the dude he is fighting, is absolutely no joke, man. Gustavo Lopez said in his pre-fight, interviews, this dude was pissed. This dude was like, what does this dude Yanez do to deserve this hype? Do you not understand? I just came off a win against Anthony Birchak, which is actually incredibly impressive to see how much of a grappler that Birchak is and that Lopez was able to come in and just submit him in one round, man. It was incredible to see that. But I agree with him. He's kind of feeling like he's the underdog in this fight. I'm pretty sure that, I got it right here. Let me pull it up. Yanez is a minus 220 favorite. So, folks, I talked about it on the betting show. Throw some money on Lopez, man. I think it'll be a good move. Because of this one thing that I have in front of me right here, and that is this, man. Gustavo Lopez, 5 knockouts, 6 submissions, 1 decision. He's very, very well balanced. And although I've seen Adrian Yanez got the slickster striking, lots of head movement, he is there to get hit, and I have not seen what he can do on the ground yet. So that's what makes this fight interesting to me. Now, when you got a dude who's got a chip on his shoulder who is saying, I'm stopping your hype, dude, I could take your hype. Which is actually, Gustavo Lopez should have more hype because he's finished, he's finished 11 of his 12 wins, right? So ultimately what it comes down to is this, AJ. What do you think Yanez would be able to do if he gets put on his back on the mat? What do you think, what kind of answers do you think he has for Lopez?
Well, that was the biggest crux of what I was looking at Yanez and why it was so hard for me. Because if Gustavo Lopez gets a hold of you, he's very dangerous. And one of the things I noted down is he's sneaky. He's not really you don't expect him to do what he's going to do. He fights very low. He's going to work the body, especially a lot. He likes to work the bread box and then shoot for takedown. Grind it out, beat you up. So if Yanez gets taken down, I think the only thing to do is throw up another sneaky transition. You be sneaky as well. Throw him up like a triangle from the bottom. Throw up an arm. Throw up something that he hasn't really seen anybody do, because Yanez is unproven on the ground, and that's, like I said, my biggest crux to Yanez's game is we haven't seen him actually do anything on the ground yet. So that's where the fight gets tricky for me, and why I was considering Lopez as well, man. He's far superior. At least we've seen him be proven far superior. What do you think Yanez does?
Well, here's the thing, man. If he gets put on his back, I think he tries to do whatever he can to get up. Clearly, that's the only option that you have. It's just in terms of the submission defense. I don't know. You know what I mean? In terms of Metro Fight Club, which is who Adrian Yanez, the camp he's fighting out of, right? I don't know too much about them other than that they focus on striking a lot, right? Now it's like a Gustavo Lopez. Dude's fighting out of Extreme Couture. Those are real deal wrestlers. Those are like the best wrestlers in the world, bro. So that's why, for me, I'm like, all right, man, this is a little tricky because who says Gustavo Lopez utilizes the wrestling? Who says that? He says he can. He says, I think I can get Yanez out of there in 1 round. I could drown him. But who says he does that? Who says he takes the same approach he did against Birchak, where he says, like, all right, man, I'm just going to sit there. I'm going to get in the pocket, and I'm going to counter you up a bunch. You like to walk forward? Let's see what happens when you get too close to me. That's literally what Lopez said. But ultimately, it comes down to this. Let's give the opposite scenario, because what we're doing is we're showing a lot of love to Lopez right now. Let's say Lopez can't get it on the ground. I mean, Yanez, dude, he's got like 4.5 inches on him. You know what I mean? Yanez's striking is ridiculous. He's just as good out of both stances. And listen, man, that left hook to the body and the overhand right are his money shots, man. And if Gustavo Lopez gets hit by one of them things, man, it might be tough. But if this fight goes 3 rounds, who wins, in your opinion?
I think I'm going. This fight goes 3 rounds. I'm going with Yanez, man.
Yeah, I
I
think
think
so.
personally his path to victory is exactly that: defending the takedowns. When he shoots, throw those double underhooks, throw a big Derek Lewis uppercut,
Mhm.
or even hit him with the money, the Street Jesus left knee.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy to me that some fighters can just hold people down no matter what. Like Khabib, take them down, no risk, and then other people get Ben Askren. And finding that solution is the key when you're a striker like Yanez, because already know Gustavo Lopez is very, very skilled on the ground. So that's what his go-to is. He may not be saying it, but that's everybody knows, if everybody becomes a striker once you get hurt, or everybody becomes a grappler once you get hurt, excuse me. So I think Yanez, in order to make this fight go well for him, is just needs to make it last a long time, defend a lot of those takedowns, keep things at pace, or unlock that secret key to that miraculous knee.
Yeah, man, that's the thing that I've been thinking about a lot is like if Gustavo Lopez shoots in, he has a lot of distance he has to cover in order to get close, and that's the problem. So if he shoots in, especially if it's one of those shots from way out far without being set up, man, I could see him running into the knee or the kick. Or some fighters, they're trying to land the high kick on you, but they bring their knee up so high that that's the thing that connects on you, and that's how it goes down. But once again, man, let me restate the betting line. Adrian Yanez, minus 220, Gustavo Lopez at plus 180. I think this should be a pick 'em, to be completely honest with you. Gustavo Lopez has much more experience in terms of, like the UFC, right? I mean, he's 1-1, but the level of competition, right? So I'm not going to lie to you, man. Adrian Yanez, he starched everybody in his last 5 except this dude, Kyle Estrada, went to a split decision. And it was really interesting because Adrian Yanez, when he can't knock you out with those punches, right? Dude, he's there to get hit a lot. And Gustavo Lopez cracks, man. You look at Gustavo Lopez, he's got sub round 1 versus Birchak. He lost a UD to Merab Dvalishvili, but who wouldn't lose a UD to that wrestling machine right there? Then he got knockout round 1, win, knockout round 1, win, and submission round 1. So if it goes quick, yeah, we'll go Lopez. If it goes the distance, probably Yanez. And then ultimately, my pick is to go Lopez, and my pick is an early submission, man. I'm going submission round 2. Gustavo Lopez, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm going Yanez by decision. I'm thinking he's going to maintain all the stuff we were saying, and we'll see. We'll see. It's a pick 'em for me too, man. This one's a hard one to decide.
And I also think that, listen, man, if Yanez gets the job done, man, he's propelling himself into a very near contender near contender status, and it's so early on in his career, dude. The dude's only 20. I mean, I said only 27 years old. Hold on, I had to double take. Wait, that's kind of old, man. Getting here in the UFC, just starting. But hey, man, prime don't end till you about 34, 35. You got a lot of time, but.